over a few things with you all on our way back home from Green Carpet. It was just so amazing, and the importance of events. So I just kind of wanted to break this down for you. Not sure if everybody got their live stream ticket or not, or if you've watched it, but there's so many good nuggets of information in it. So if you haven't, you can still buy it. Make sure you get it and watch it. You can watch the replay even now. I have that, and I'm going to watch it some more when I get home, because it's just, you watch it, listen to it, you always come away with something new that you didn't listen or hear in the beginning. But the reason why you want to get to events, I remember when I got started, I think it was about 6-7 months in, I went to my first event. It was Green Carpet 2016, and after I left there, I was super fired up. Josh, my husband, came with me. He saw the vision, he caught the vision, he was excited. He's like, okay, you need to do this. Like, we're so excited. After we left there, we promoted to Ruby, and then we went to our first conference the following, I think it was January, following end of January, early February. And after I left that event, I double promoted from Ruby to Diamond. I think it was that following March 30th, I promoted to Diamond. And then I don't remember if I went to Green Carpet that year. We did. And then we didn't promote after that, but we didn't make it to the events the next year because I was pregnant the entire year and really couldn't travel. And then I was giving birth at the Green Carpet the following year. But we went to conference this year, okay? So just to put this, like I said, into perspective, why you want to get to events, why events are important for your business. We went to a conference this year in February. The following March, I promoted Josh's account to Diamond. And after Green Carpet this year, like, we are going double Diamond and triple Diamond by conference next year because we came to events. Like, it's just, I can't put it into words how important events are. It just does something for your business. Every time we come to an event, we promote. Everybody promotes. If you didn't watch the video I posted of them talking about that yesterday, I think they said it was like 37% of people who go to events, their paycheck increases. And I can't remember the statistic. It was like half or something, or maybe 80% of people who go to events are more likely to promote the following month. Like, this is why it's so important to get to events. That sun is really bright. I don't know if that's going to help. It's so important to get to events because it's going to change your business. Like, you promote after going to events. Like, it just fires you up. It gives you the vision, and it just gets you on fire. Like, you're so excited to work and to help others, and then you promote and increases your paycheck, and it's just you have to get to events. That's why it's so important to go ahead and get your conference ticket for the end of January, early February. They announced those dates. I think it's January 30th through February 1st. And there's so many other incentives as to why you need to get your conference ticket, but just for the simple fact that it's going to change your business. Like, you're going to promote. You're going to be surrounded by like-minded people. And I kind of wanted to break it down to you. I think they said the conference tickets were $250, I think is what they said. 250, something like that. And if you pay in full, like, that's the thing. I know that seems like a lot of money, but you have, like, you need to, they have an easy pay option, but you're going to want to pay it in full. Put it on a credit card, put it on PayPal, whatever it takes to go ahead and get that, because one, if you purchase it by tonight, I think it's 1 a.m. Eastern Time, 12 p.m. or a.m. Central Standard Time, you get 1,000 points for the incentive to Margaritaville. They're going to announce the winners and stuff at conference. But to be eligible for that, you have to get your conference ticket. Like, you have to get it. It's that important. But you're also going to get or earn, if you get it by tomorrow, 1,000 points in into that incentive trip. Like, we are planning on going. I don't know about you all, but I would love for our whole tribe to be there. All of us having so much fun, surrounding ourselves with Joel and Stephanie, top income earners, Mike, Pam, Mark, all of them. It's just going to be so amazing to be there and just hear nuggets and inspiration from them. Because we went to a after party with Joel and Stephanie last night, and it was so inspirational. Being able to just be in the same room with the top income earners, it's amazing. And it just does something for you as a person. It shifts your mindset. Like, these are real people. Like, I'm a real person. I can be where they're at. There is nothing different between me and them other than they have put in more work than me. So it's super inspirational. But you earn 1,000 points to go to the Margaritaville incentive trip, which will be next year. And then you get 5 half off coupons for people to join the business for 50% off. So what that is you get your conference ticket. You can sign up your spouse for $50. You can sign up 5 people for $50 instead of $99. You get that? Like, people want to join. I know a lot of people join during promotions because they don't have the $99 extra to spare. I understand that not many people have $99 just laying around, but this will give you the ability to build yourself to Ruby. That's an average of $500 a month. You get 5 people, you can go Ruby, super easy. But like, you have that ability to share that with people for half off. And then you also get 5 product rewards. So this is how you're going to basically pay for your conference ticket in full. After you've paid for, or after you get it, you get 5 product rewards. What that is getting either a bag of facials, a bag of wraps, a bag of keto coffee, or a bag of keto energy for half off. Do you understand the value that you have your hands on? I sell coffee left and right. With the chocolate greens, you can make a crap ton of money. So you get 5 bags of keto coffee. I haven't even done the math. I should have done the math before I did this live. But I think it's $20 per bag. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You spend $100 on 5 bags of coffee. There are 15 bags or 15 samples, individual packets of coffee per bag. Think of how much you can make. I mean, that's well over $200. I'd say it's probably close to $300 or $400 you can make by selling these as samples. Like, I'll have to do the math and put it in the comments. I can't do it in my head right now. But that's how you're going to be able to pay for your conference ticket. That's how you're going to be able to pay for all of it. You don't have to know how you're going to get there. You don't have to know where you're going to stay or anything, because we'll figure that out between now and January. Like, there's 3-4 months between now and the conference. But just go ahead and get your conference ticket now, because like, you're going to miss out on the half off promo codes and all of that if you don't get it by midnight tonight, Central Standard Time. That's why we're already got ours. We're super excited. You get codes and everything tomorrow. They'll be uploaded to your eSuite and everything. That way you can help people get started. But this is why it's so important to get to events, because it just changes your business. It changes your mindset. Being surrounded by like-minded, inspirational people, it just puts you on fire. And I'm just super excited. I want to go over really quick while I'm doing this live a few takeaways from this event. It was great, especially the Diamonds and Above trading. I got a lot of information from that, just good notes and everything. But we have 100 days left this year. Okay, there's 100 days. What are you doing to achieve your goals in the next 100 days? Are you where you want to be? And is what you're doing getting to where you want to be? So like, say you want to be a Ruby, you want to make an average of $500 a month. Is what you're doing every single day going to get you that? If so, how fast are you going to get there? If it's not, you need to change what you're doing. Scrolling on Instagram, scrolling on Facebook is not income producing activities. Messaging, posting, adding, enrolling producing activities. Personal development, you have to fill your cup up before you can fill others up. You get burnt out super quick if you're not doing like some kind of personal development, whether that be podcast, audiobooks, actual book, reading your Bible, devotions, things like that. Like you get burnt out, and I have been there several times, and thought about like quitting because I didn't know if this business was going to be for me, like continuing to do it. Like, well, I'm not enrolling, I'm not being successful, which is another thing. What you tell yourself is what will happen. If you continue to say, I'm not a good enroller, I can't enroll distributors, I can't enroll customers, you're not going to. If you wake up every single day and say, I am a loyal customer enrolling machine, I am a distributor enrolling machine, I am a massive enroller, you're going to eventually be one. It's all in your mindset first. Your mind's a funny thing. Like, what you tell yourself in your mind is what comes to reality. You have to believe it in your mind first before it ever becomes true. And like they talk about all the time, like what you say is what happens. You say you're broke, you're going to continue to be broke. You say you're rich, you're going to get rich, you're going to be rich. You have to believe it in your mind before it ever becomes a reality. And I'm looking over my notes because there's like so many good things. At the end of the day, it's just you. You have to find excitement and passion. This was a really good quote from Sarah Rankin. I loved this. You can't be a lighthouse if you're too busy being a life raft. So you can't like want people to save you. You have to be that lighthouse for other people. You have to want to help other people. You can't be the victim in every situation. Like you really can't be the victim. You have to be the conqueror. You have to have that kind of mindset that you're going to conquer whatever comes your way. You can't be the victim. Oh, poor me. Oh, I can't do this. No. Like you have to be the conqueror in every situation. Be solution minded. Like I may not know how to do this, but I'm going to figure it out. It's just, yeah. What else? Master your mindset. Applied. Okay, so knowledge is not power. So you could read all the personal development, listen to all the personal development, grow your mind, do all the trainings, follow all the right people, listen to all of the trainings and YouTube videos and stuff, but that doesn't mean you're going to be successful. It's applied knowledge. What are you going to do with the knowledge you've learned and apply it? That's where you find success and power. From the mountain, Mark said this, I believe, from mountain to mountain I make valleys, which is what he says, God says. Like, to get to one mountain, from one mountain to the next mountain, there's a valley. Like, you can't just go straight to the next mountain. There's always going to be lows in your business. I posted this the other day. The path to success with entrepreneurship, that's a word. The path to success is never a straight and narrow. Like, it's never a straight path or an easy path, or just like you do this and you're going to be successful. You do this once, you're success. Like, no, you have ups and downs, and you can't. I posted this yesterday. You cannot appreciate the highs in your life if you've never experienced the lows. So you have to experience lows in your business, in life in general, to appreciate those highs. But the thing is, you don't have to stay in those lows. It's you decide you're going to be successful. You decide you're going to be on the mountaintop and continue to work for it. But where you grow the most is in the valleys. But that should not keep you. You should not stay there. It should not keep you from pushing to the top of the mountain. But like, you learn the most valuable lessons in life and be able, like, you can relate to other people in those lows. So just because you might be in a low doesn't mean this business doesn't work. Doesn't mean you're not going to be successful. It doesn't mean you should give up because you're just in a valley, and God is testing you to see if you're going to stick it out, if you're going to trust Him to bring you to the mountaintop, to give you those highs, those successes in life. Another thing that they talked about in the training is you don't work when you feel like it. You don't just work when you feel like it. And I know a lot of people work full time. I started out work full time, and you have busy lives, you don't have the extra time or whatever, and you don't feel like working. But if you wait to feel like working, you're going to be waiting for a very long time, if not forever. We don't work the business because we feel like it. We're not successful because we feel like working. Like half the time I don't ever feel like working. I don't always feel like traveling. Like I am one that does not like to travel. But I have stepped outside my comfort zone. That's how you grow. In order to grow in life, you have to step outside your comfort zone. You join this business because you stepped outside your comfort zone. It was something that you had never done before. So you're growing as a person. But we don't always work. You don't work when you feel like it. You just have to put in the work. You just have to suck it up and do it, because it's going to take you a very long time to be successful if you work when you feel like it. Those days I was working 50 hours a week, or 10-hour days, and then going to school at night. I was tired. I was waking up at 4 a.m. And then going to school, and I didn't get home till like 7, and then I would have to eat and spend time with my husband, do homework, and I was out by 8:30, 9 o'clock every night, and I was exhausted, absolutely exhausted. But I was intentional with my time. I worked, even though I didn't feel like it, on my lunch break. That was my only downtime from work, was my hour lunch break. I left work, and that was the only mental break I got, because it's a very stressful job. But I was intentional, and I worked my business during that hour. I was messaging, I was planning my posts out, having a training on in the background, listening to it while I ate lunch, adding people, expanding my network, and I was intentional every single day. I would do that without fail, and that's why I was able to quit my job and do this full time, because I worked even though I didn't feel like it. And now even I love to sleep. That's my thing. I absolutely love to sleep, and I love to eat too, but I love to sleep. And being intentional with my time now that I'm a stay-at-home mom, just because I'm a stay-at-home mom does not mean I'm not busy. My stay-at-home moms, it's a busy life. You got all the housework, you've got to take care of this child or children, making sure they're alive and fed and bathed and have fun and learning and things like that. It's still it's basically a full-time job, 24/7. You don't get a break from it. But I'm intentional with my time. I wake up at 6 o'clock every single day, and it's something I just started doing because I was not getting the results I wanted to with the business, enrolling and helping people and things like that. I felt like I just didn't have the time. And we all have the same 24 hours in the day. It's what you do with those 24 hours that determines your success too. But I wake up at 6 o'clock every morning, and I get my mind right. I do my personal development. I take my shower. I get my work done. I send out a few messages, follow-ups, plan out my posts, fill my cup up, and then I can pour into you guys. I do our daily posts for the day, things like that. But that's when I get a lot of my work done, between 6 and 8, those 2 hours. Then sometimes when Isabella takes a nap, I do some work, or I do housework, but I'm intentional. That's the word for me this year. I've come to realize being intentional with my time, because I could sit and scroll on Facebook and Instagram, and I found myself doing this from time to time, and I'm like, no, this is not income producing. So I stopped, and then I switched my mindset. I need to be doing income producing activities, messaging, adding, expanding my network, and things like that. But really look at your schedule. Really look at your schedule. What time you wake up, what exactly you're doing every single day. You may have a full-time job, and like I said, I did too. But look at your schedule. Look at where you really have pockets of time. From the drive from your house to work. How long is that? You could be listening to a personal development book, audio book, podcast, training, whatever, instead of music. Growing your mind. That's what I would do. I listen to stuff. I'd hardly ever listen to music in the car now. I put on a training video. I put on a podcast. podcast, a personal development, a devotion, and grow my mind while I'm driving. Like, that's something you can do. And then on your lunch break, or waking up 30 minutes, staying up 30 minutes later, or waking up 30 minutes before you're supposed to, and getting intentional work. Like, are you scrolling? Do you have time to look at Susie Q and what new car she bought, or where these people are going on vacation? Like, I mean, you have time. You just have to realize you have time. Like I said, we all have the same 24 hours in the day. What are you doing with those 24 hours? You may work from 8 to 5 and then have to go to school or go to your child's activities, or spend time with your family. Like, those are important things. Don't get me wrong. Like, they are important. But what are you doing in the drive from there to wherever you're going? What are you doing 30 minutes during that time? Like, if you're sitting there watching your child practice or do something, going to a baseball game or a football game or a basketball game, are you really, like, yes, you want to watch your child, but are you just scrolling Facebook the 15 minutes before they start? You could be doing income producing activities. I'm just trying to think of scenarios and things like what I would do. You just have to be intentional with your time. Point blank, bottom line, intentional. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to go over before I hop off. I know this is a lot longer than I expected. Success is 80% mindset, 20% skill. Like, you have all the resources you need to be successful. I have given you everything that I personally use to be successful. You have everything you need with the Connect app from corporate and everything, like wording, training videos. You have literally all the material you could ever need to be successful. Is your mind right, though? Are you telling yourself you can be successful? Are you like, well, like, I can be successful, but I don't think I will be? Well, then you're not going to be. It's mindset. You have to fully believe you're going to be successful. Like, without a doubt, we are a double diamond tribe. We are a triple diamond tribe. Like, we are going to be ambassador one day. When I joined, I remember this so distinctively. I looked at the income chart, the average income chart, and this has been 4 years ago, almost. But I remember sitting on my couch. Josh was beside me. I remember looking at it, and I said, I want to be emerald or diamond. Like, that would be a good income for me to be able to stay home. But one day, we're going to be ambassador. Like, I want this average of $30,000 a month. Like, that's what's going to be life-changing. And one day we will be. I don't know exactly when God's timing is going to be for us to be an ambassador tribe, but it's going to happen one day. And I would love each and every one of you that's in our tribe right now to be with us when that happens, because that means like you're going to be diamond, double, triple, presidential diamonds. Like, those are huge numbers, average monthly income. But even if it's only for $500, because some of you joined just for some extra spending money, just to be able to pay off a little more debt, to be able to go and do things with your family, that's totally fine. We still want you a part of this with us, because it's still going to change your life, even if it's for just that. But I'm rambling at this point. Just get your mind right, get to events, because it does change your business. It's going to be so amazing. Like I said, we've already got our conference tickets, and we want to see you there. You may not know exactly how you're going to get there. We figure all that out later. You sell the product rewards that you're going to get, make all that cash, be able to pay for your drive down, your flight down, your hotel room, whatever. But it's just getting to events changes your business, point blank. It completely changes your business. We've always promoted after an event, and it's just, like we said, it increased, like 37% of people increase their paycheck after events, and like over 50, I think they said, percent promote to like a higher rank after an event. That's why it's so important to get to one. It's our biggest event. It's here, for those that don't know, it's here in Tampa, Florida, and it's just, it will change your business. But I want to see each and every one of you. We're going to have so much fun. just have to go. But I hope everyone has a fabulous Sunday.